process generator.
This is a Max Headroom.
Max Headroom?
Ah, cocologist.
He sees us.
Where there's a wave, there's a Coke.
I like him.
Join the club. You know, more people prefer the new taste of Coke over Pepsi.
Let's take him home.
Good idea. So, you Pepsi drinkers, now's your chance. Become a cocologist. That's the way.
All these cars have two things in common. They each completed what many call one of America's toughest endurance rallies, a torturous 8-day, 8,000-mile lap around America. And they were all beaten by a car some said shouldn't have even entered. The Yugo. At $39.90, it's the road back to sanity. For the dealer nearest you, call 1-800-USA-YUGO.
Outrageousness. Outrageousness. It's nothing more than a way to wake people up. Especially yourself.
Okay, so I'm not some macho football hero. I'm Sandra Bernhard, and I'm a woman. And I have a woman's needs.
What would you like?
Well, I don't know. What do I feel like?
Why not try something you've never had before?
Is that a line?
No, it's a drink. Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet, it's dry, it's new, and it's Seagram's.
You sound like a commercial.
You buying it?
The drink? Yeah, but not the line.
It's a start.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
Hello. It's time to play Wheel of Misfortune. That's right, the exciting new game show where you bet your freedom against physical torture and abuse. But the problem is, you can't win. Isn't that right, Bill? Yes, sir, that's right. Hey, in 50 countries throughout the world, this is not a game. We here at Amnesty International believe that there's still hope. You can make them aware that we know and they can't play anymore. Stop the game.
Write Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013.
It's still a sweltering 92 degrees here in the city. No sign of it letting up.
Can't you do something about the heat?
Open your refrigerator.
There's nothing in it.
What do you say?
Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. How did that get there?
Mr. Seagram put it there. It's wet, and it's dry, and it's Seagram's, remember?
But I don't like to drink alone, remember?
But you're not alone.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler.
Cheers.
It's wet and it's dry.
The beloved Beetle, once the lowest priced car in America. Dependable, basic transportation, but homely. Then it went away, leaving an emptiness in the hearts of America. Until the beloved Yugo, lowest priced, dependable, basic transportation. All we've said about the Beetle is true for the Yugo, but it isn't homely. The Yugo, at $39.90, it's the road back to sanity.
Or caffeine-free Diet Coke. Same great real cola taste without the caffeine.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke.
When they came for the political activists, I did nothing. When they came for the trade unionists, I did nothing. When they came for the homosexuals and gypsies, I did nothing. When they came for the Jews, I did nothing. When they came for me, there was no one left. A letter from Germany, 1943. We at Amnesty International know that even a government that commits unspeakable crimes against its own people is just as afraid of detection as a common criminal. The silence of past generations must never be repeated. Join us.
With double-layer design for dependable protection. A comfortable plastic applicator. A deodorant for freshness. A special plastic wrap so they won't open in your purse. Playtex tampons give you what you want and more.
You seem to do more with Playtex.
Ordinary videotape can't survive today's sophisticated VCRs. Features like fast forward, freeze frame, and high-speed scanning start destroying your tape from the very first play. So if you've got a sophisticated VCR, get a tape that can stand up to it. Maxell for sophisticated equipment.
The mother of Tamara described, after they left Chile, the treatment her daughter received in detention. They undressed her and whipped her with a leather whip. They put her in a barrel with ice water and held her head under the water until she almost drowned. They threatened to rape her and whipped her again. This was repeated 4 times a day for 4 days. At that time, Tamara was 3 years old.
After 25 years, we've learned that even governments that commit unspeakable crimes against their own people are concerned about their international reputations. They can be affected by the power of public pressure. Torture and executions can be stopped. Prisoners of conscience can be freed through direct action by Amnesty International. Join us.
For more information, write Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013.
Becoming a member of Amnesty International isn't just a matter of sending in a few dollars and being done with it. As a member, you'll receive newsletters like these. They contain information about people who have been imprisoned or who are threatened with torture or execution. You'll get the details of the cases and the correct addresses of which officials to write to. Imagine thousands and thousands of letters pouring into a president or a minister of justice from ordinary people all over the world.
Write Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013.
Bride's party or groom's party, sir?
Who's having the best party? Hey, Maxie.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
He remembers me. Thank you, Seagram.
My name's not Seagram, sir.
If you're watching, Mr. Seagram, I want to thank you for bringing us Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's brand new. He did a great job. Who invited him?
I did.
I knew the bride when she liked to rock and roll. Now, what's he got that I haven't got?
He's got me.
I have a toast. Seagram's Golden. It's wet. It's dry. And it's Seagram's.
Is that the toast?
Yeah, that's the commercial.
So what's the toast?
To rock and roll.
Golden days.
Then and now.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
Don't let you know what make you Mr. Wrong. Get the right spray.
I had enough of Mr. Wrong. I wanna be Mr. Right. Mr. Right. Just for the beat of it, the move of it, just for the flash of it, Diet Coke. Just for the fun of it, the fun of it, the marvelous taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the style of it, Diet Coke. Just for the
shoes that fit your body. Come to the stride. Get it right for your body. The Pro in the Stripes is the expert who knows. Shoes that are best for people who are serious. Get it right for your body. Come to the Stripes. Foot Locker. Come to the Stripes.
Did you know hair looks fuller if you dry it upside down?
Salon secrets from Jhirmack. Adding volume.
Jhirmack's hair care experts know you don't have to live with fine hair. Just use Nutri-Body shampoo and conditioner. They're professionally formulated with special bodybuilding proteins. You know, you don't have to wish for lush, fuller hair. You can have it with Nutri-Body. Jhirmack's salon secret for adding volume. My secret? Brush upside down. It works too.
I'm wearing absolutely nothing. Nothing on my eyes, my lips, my face. Nothing that is scented. Nothing that wasn't made to be gentle. Nothing that isn't hypoallergenic. Nothing but Almay. And Almay's nothing is really something. Almay, everything you want and nothing you don't.
All dictators have fantasies that they can suffocate and divide people in their own country. We know that what they are afraid of most is world opinion and criticism of their tyranny. Your efforts and prayers saved my life, and thanks to your support, I can have an opportunity to live as a human being. A letter sent to us at Amnesty International by a released prisoner of conscience.
Amnesty International is a conspiracy of hope.
You could be put in jail for watching this program. An armed soldier can come in from that door behind you and drag you off. Impossible? In the past 25 years, we at Amnesty International have learned that no political system automatically protects human rights. Amnesty International has helped to bring about the release of tens of thousands of prisoners of conscience. People imprisoned and often tortured or executed just for holding the wrong political views, expressing the wrong opinions, believing in the wrong religions, or belonging to the wrong ethnic groups. Join us.
There I was, just a little totalitarian dictator trying to run my government as best I could. I keep getting these damn letters. Who are these people? I can't even say it. Amnesty International. I get a letter from these people saying, we know you got one. I say, okay, one letter, big deal. I get another bag of letters. I get another bag of letters. I get another bag of letters. They make me feel bad about myself. How can you be a dictator and have these people running around making me aware of the things I do? Oh, God, dictatorship is a bitch.
To get more information, please write to us. Amnesty International USA, Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013. Thank you.
Just pay attention for a moment. Get a pencil and pay attention. You think you can handle that? Becoming a member of Amnesty International is not just simply sending in $25 and getting a Conspiracy of Hope t-shirt. It'll involve some work on your part. That's right, work. You still paying attention? As a member, you receive newsletters. You get the facts about people who've been arrested or who are threatened with torture or execution in countries all over the world. You'll get the details of the cases. You'll be asked to write letters or send telegrams to government officials on behalf of these prisoners. You might be asked to join a local action group. You still paying attention? Now write this down. Amnesty International, Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013. In the past 25 years, Amnesty International has helped to bring about the release of tens of thousands of prisoners of conscience. Join us. Were you paying attention? That's too bad. In over 50 countries in the world, you could be arrested for listening to this message. Write Amnesty International, Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013.
At Amnesty International, we believe that there's hope. Join us. Hey, come on down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Come on down.
Just for the style of it, just for the chill of it, just for the love of it, Diet Coke. Oh, just for the laugh of it, just for the look of it, just for the light of it, Diet Coke. Just for the fun of it, just for the just for the smile of it, Diet Coke. Just for the cool of it, from Coca-Cola. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Hey, don't settle for Walker.
The next time you're sitting around with some friends, try this. Raise your glass and say, to freedom.
Try it. You may feel slightly self-conscious, but after all, no harm can come, can it?
2 students in Portugal were sentenced to 7 years imprisonment for doing just that. Toasting to freedom.
That incident on May 28, 1961, sparked the creation of Amnesty International.
Since then, we have intervened on behalf of tens of thousands of prisoners of conscience.
But today, in over 50 countries, you can still be put in prison just for saying what you believe.
In over 60 countries, torture is still systematically used.
In over 100 countries, you can still be put to death, even for political offenses not involving violence.
How effective are we? A former official from El Salvador testified.
If there's an appeal from some foreign government or Amnesty International, then they will live. Otherwise, they are dead.
Join us. To freedom. Becoming a member of Amnesty International is not just simply sending in $25 and getting a Conspiracy of Hope t-shirt. It'll involve some work on your part. That's right, work. You still paying attention? As a member, you receive newsletters. You get the facts about people who've been arrested or who are threatened with torture or execution in countries all over the world. You'll get the details of the cases. You'll be asked to write letters or send telegrams to government officials on behalf of these prisoners. You might be asked to join a local action group. You still paying attention? Now write this down. Amnesty International, Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C., 20013.
Today's sophisticated audio equipment doesn't often break down. Ordinary audio tape often does. So next time, get Maxell, or your sophisticated equipment may not sound very sophisticated.
You know, regular shampooing plus shampooing after every workout can really overwork my hair, but not anymore. The experts at Jhirmack have found a solution. New Jhirmack Light shampoo and conditioner. There's never been anything quite like it. Jhirmack Light is thorough enough and gentle enough to leave my hair in great shape without over-cleaning, without conditioner buildup. And to me, that means a lot. So try new Jhirmack Light, Jhirmack's salon secret for extra frequent shampooers. Then work out without overworking your hair.
We could always tell when the international protests were taking place. The food rations increased and the beatings were fewer. Letters from abroad were translated and passed around from cell to cell. But when the letters stopped, the dirty food and the repression started again. A letter sent to us at Amnesty International from a released prisoner of conscience, Vietnam. Join us. You will never forget the first prisoner you free.
A letter from a released prisoner of conscience in Argentina said, when the government passes laws that deny your rights, you realize that officials can't be trusted. When judges uphold those laws, they can't be trusted. When the police grab you in the middle of the night, your friends can't be trusted. When they tortured me and I broke, I could not trust myself. Even when they released me, I found I could not trust my children or my wife. Amnesty International is a conspiracy of hope.
Right, Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C., 20013.
All dictators have fantasies that they can suffocate and divide people in their own country. We know that what they are afraid of most is world opinion and criticism of their tyranny. Your efforts and prayers saved my life, and thanks to your support, I can have an opportunity to live as a human being. A letter sent to us at Amnesty International by a released prisoner of conscience.
Amnesty International is a conspiracy of hope.
Where'd you get that thing? Hold it. Ready? Blast off.
Enter Beetle. And this is Max Headroom. Hi. Ah, a new cocologist. Welcome.
He can see us.
Where there's a wave, there's a Coke.
It's okay.
Okay. It's great. More people prefer the new refreshing taste of Coke over Pepsi. It's true.
What are you watching?
An educational program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Catch the wave. Coke.
Outrageousness. Outrageousness. It's nothing more than a way to wake people up. Especially yourself.
play first, and I'll tell you about it later. Maybe.
Fancy restaurant, candlelight. Is this business or pleasure?
Which do you prefer?
Stick to business. People are watching.
Of course they are. This is a commercial to prove this is the perfect time for Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet, and it's dry.
And it's Seagram's. I heard. What happens after the commercial?
Pleasure.
What do you have in mind?
You get to drink it.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
For Valentine's Day, I got a pimple. It went away, but others were waiting for the big games. Class pictures, my date with Bob.
That's the Acne Chain. Clearasil can break the Acne Chain. It's so strong, it dries today's pimples and oil. And its maximum strength formula kills bacteria to even help stop new pimples. Use regularly and great-looking skin keeps on looking great. And for extra clean skin, wash every day with Clearasil antibacterial soap.
TDK-HS, the advanced videotape for today's VCRs. Blurry pictures cloud your soap operas. Get TDK-HS and kiss bleeding colors goodbye. Got tape that jitters under pressure? Get TDK-HS for a solid 10 performance. Got blizzards of dropouts? Get TDK-HS for no snow video. Step up to TDK-HS. It's perfect for today's VCRs.
Thank you, Seagram.
My name's not Seagram, sir.
If you're watching, Mr. Seagram, I want to thank you for bringing us Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's brand new. You did a great job. Who invited him?
I did.
I have a toast. Seagram's Golden. It's wet, it's dry, and it's Seagram's.
Is that the toast?
Nah, that's the commercial.
So what's the toast?
To rock and roll.
Golden days.
New Seagram's Golden Wine Cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
I regard the death penalty as a savage and immoral institution that undermines the moral legal foundation of a society. I reject the notion that the death penalty has any essential deterrent effect on potential offenders. I'm convinced that the contrary is true, that savagery begets only savagery. Andrei Sakharov.
For more information, write Post Office Box 37137, Washington, D.C. 20013.
The government has just declared a state of emergency. Under the state of emergency, any law enforcement officer can now arrest anyone at any time without a warrant and detain them indefinitely. The detainees can be held incommunicado, and no lawyer, no relative has the right to information about them. All police have been granted immunity from prosecution for their actions which might occur in connection with the use of emergency powers. But don't be alarmed. This report was from South Africa. You don't have to take any action now. There's still plenty of time.